Well, good afternoon and welcome to the 2026 State of the City. On behalf of the Greater Bakersfield Chamber, thank you for joining us for one of our community's premier civic and business gatherings. We are honored to bring everyone together to celebrate our city's progress and look ahead to opportunities before us. That was all strategically said so we would get seated. Wonderful. Before we begin, I would like to recognize our Greater Bakersfield Chamber Board of Directors, if you could stand. I know I asked you all to just sit down, but Board, thank you. Thank you for your leadership, your commitment to strengthening our business community and helping Bakersfield thrive. I would also like to recognize our elected officials who have joined us today. Thank you for your service, for your leadership, your continued commitment to our community. Please join me in recognizing our City Council, and if you could stand as I read your name. Eric Arias, Andre Gonzalez, Bob Smith, Larry Coman, Zach Bashartosh, and Manpreet Kaur. Thank you, City Council. We are grateful for your partnership and your dedication to serving the residents of Bakersfield. We also extend a warm welcome to our elected officials in the room, agency leaders, and community partners. Thank you for your leadership and partnerships that continue to move Bakersfield forward. Finally, I'd like to recognize thanks to our generous sponsors. After all, that's why we get to be here and have a wonderful lunch. Thank you for your investment in this event. Your commitment to our community makes this program possible. So please join me in thanking our presenting sponsor, Adventist Health, our gold sponsors, Chevron, Dignity Health, Mercy and Memorial Hospitals, our silver sponsors, ARC Technology, Ordees Melby Architects, and Valley Strong Credit Union. And to our bronze sponsors, AES, EECU, Hydrostore, and Mission Bank. Today's theme, Built Together, Protected Together, reminds us that Bakersfield's progress did not happen by chance. It has been built through partnerships, business, city leadership, educators, first responders, nonprofits, and engaged residents who care deeply about this community. As our city continues to grow, so does our shared responsibility to protect our opportunities, quality of life, and momentum we've worked so hard to create. So this afternoon, you will hear from City Manager Christian Clegg and Mayor Karen Go as they reflect on the city's accomplishments over the past year, discuss the challenges ahead, and share their vision for Bakersfield's future. Thank you again for being here and for your continued investment in our community. All right, so next up, we will have our presenting sponsors. Representing Adventist Health. And before we welcome them to a stage, we have a video to play.
Hello, I'm Jason Wells, President of Adventist Health here in Central California. As Bakersfield continues to grow, so does the care we're able to provide. Across the Central Valley, we're investing in the future of healthcare through our 8 hospitals, more than 138 clinics, and an incredible team of over 8,000 dedicated professionals. We've added 200 new jobs this year alone, 70 of those physicians and providers. We also just welcomed 28 new medical residents, helping build the next generation of physicians right here in the Valley. We're proud that every eligible Adventist Health hospital across our Central California network once again earned a top Leapfrog A, the very best safety grade in the entire nation. This recognition demonstrates our commitment to providing safe, high reliable, quality care for the communities we serve. We all know that a thriving city requires great schools, incredible healthcare, brilliant businesses, and a thriving downtown. Here at our Bakersfield main campus right off Chester, in the heart of our city, another exciting advancement is taking shape. Just steps from our comprehensive AIS Cancer Center, our new Advanced Care Pavilion is nearing completion. By bringing more specialists together in one location, including more cancer providers, we're creating a true team approach to cancer care, making it easier for caregivers to collaborate and more convenient for patients to receive the incredible care through imaging, diagnostics, treatment, and great follow-up, all on one campus. There's so much more to share about where we're headed, so please join me in welcoming Jenny Lavers and Kiyoshi Tomono.
Does anyone ever feel like their boss is in the room even when they're not in the room? Is that just me? Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Adventist Health, I'm very honored to be a sponsor today in terms of State of the City. Talking a little bit about what's coming for Adventist Health, really excited to announce our groundbreaking next advancement that is coming and will impact probably every person in this room. Across the Central Valley, we are making the change across all of Adventist Health in our medical record system. August 30th, we will go live on Epic. It's a $500 million investment in putting patients at the center of care, and for many of you who have been using MyChart for many years now, making sure that you have access to your records, to care at the touch of a fingertips every single day.
But our investment doesn't stop at the four walls of our hospitals or clinics. And as you take a look at some of the fun things we've been doing in the community, Derek, we picked the windiest day to do CPR in our community, right? With KGET. The wind was blowing, the tents were blowing, but we had a ton of fun. We taught hundreds of people CPR. We partnered with Houchin Community Blood Bank to do our community-wide blood drive. Our mobile unit, powered by our friends over at Chevron, has been out in the community helping provide wellness visits and wellness checks. And with Kern First 5, we've been able to give thousands of immunizations across our community. With the high school district, Amanda and all of our friends, through all of our schools, we've been doing school physicals with all of our residents and making sure the kids in our community are healthy and well. Oh, and I missed one more thing. Sorry, Jenny. Blue Zones Project and our friends at California Resources Corporation, we've been able to put healthy food in all of our local schools as well. And at the Beale Library, we were able to do cooking classes. So enjoy those salads and also the chocolate cake for dessert.
It's about choices. That's what Kiyoshi tells me all the time. You know, Adventist Health and our cardiovascular program recently won some new recognitions. To know that we were one of 5 heart centers in the state of California to receive a new distinction, a Heart Care Center of Excellence. What this means is that we are a comprehensive program with quality outcomes, putting us in the top % in the state and leading the nation in cardiovascular care. And I want to say a huge thank you to all of the providers, the team members, the clinicians who make this possible. You know, I asked Kiyoshi, can I go off script at the end? And I think he took a deep breath, but I wanted to say something honest. All of this has been honest, but... In the last 2 weeks, there have been some news articles that portray that Adventist Health has been doing some reductions. What was mischaracterized as what was a restructure and a reorg and retitling as reductions definitely created fear. But it really got me thinking. It's not true in this instance, but when I look around the room, there are many people in this room who have had to make those tough decisions before. People who have had to balance city budgets and really make sure that what we're doing is making sure that we have services available to our city that are the right thing at the right time. And I just wanted to say, we are in this room for a reason. We are the leaders of this city, and sometimes there are hard decisions to make. But what makes me proud to say that I am from Bakersfield, even if I'm not born here, is because I know that we're all making the right decisions to make sure that every single one of our community members, our families, our neighbors are getting access to the services and care that they need.
Thank you, Janelle and team, for letting us be part of today.
Thank you so much, Adventist Health, for your presenting sponsorship. So it's my pleasure to welcome our 2026 Board Chairman for Greater Bakersfield Chamber and, of course, a runner, alumni, Dr. Vernon Harper.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. That's Bakersfield for you right there. So, on behalf of the Greater Bakersfield Chamber and our board of directors, thank you for joining us for one of the year's most important conversations for our community. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the Chamber's board of directors. Thank you for your leadership, your investment, and your continued commitment to strengthening the business community for the future of Bakersfield. And I'd also like to recognize the many elected officials, public servants, and community leaders joining us today. Give them a round of applause. Your willingness to work together, listen, and lead through the opportunities and the challenges is what continues to move our city forward. Today's theme, Built Together, Protected Together, represents something we all know to be true. Bakersfield's progress did not happen by accident. It's been built over generations by hardworking families, entrepreneurs, small businesses, major employers, educators, nonprofits, public safety professionals, and civic leaders who believe in the potential of this community. We see that progress all around us. We see it in the new investments and developments taking shape across our city. We see it in businesses choosing Bakersfield as the place to grow. But progress is not something we achieve once and simply celebrate. It is something that we must protect. Protecting our momentum means continuing to work together. It means making thoughtful decisions today that strengthen our economy, support our neighborhoods, create opportunity, and prepare Bakersfield for the generations who will follow us. At the Chamber, we believe a strong city and a strong business community go hand in hand. When businesses thrive, families thrive. When partnerships succeed, our entire community benefits. That spirit of collaboration is exactly what the state of the city represents, bringing together residents, employers, civic organizations, and leaders from across our region to reflect on where we've been, but more importantly, where we are going. Today, you'll hear from Mayor Karen Go and City Manager Christian Clay as they share the progress being made, the challenges ahead, and the vision guiding Bakersfield's future. On behalf of the Greater Bakersfield Chamber, thank you for being part of building that future and for your commitment to protecting the progress we have achieved together. Thank you, and enjoy the 2026 State of the City.
Good afternoon. I was just sharing with Derek that we have a shared sentimentality that we prefer to be in the spaces where we're doing things, not just talking about things. But I also reflected, as I walked around this room, on all the wonderful people that I was connecting with and the incredible work that you do in this community. This room is full of power. We can do great things. So again, good afternoon and greetings to our chamber members, but also to our Bakersfield community. On behalf of the City Council, it's an honor to share with you the state of our beautiful city today. You can see from the ward highlights listed in your program like last year that we've made lots of notable progress in building up our community, and that progress is worth protecting. One of the most important ways that we protect our community is through public safety. So on top of 3 years of double-digit crime reductions, in the last year, we've continued to see even more improvements in crime. Overall reported crime down another 7.5%. Violent crime declined over 30% in this last 3 years, while property crime has declined by 35%. These are persistent long-term gains. Our priority 1 times have remained good, and our priority 2 and priority 3 emergency response times improved significantly. Residents are receiving faster service. It's worth noting that 70% of the public safety and vital services tax dollars and 60% of our general fund tax dollars go towards public safety. Since implementing the city's gun violence reduction strategy, shootings have declined 68% and homicides have remained 45% lower compared to our peak in 2021. Like I've noted in the past, if we adopt a best practice, follow the data, and stay focused on a strategy, we can produce remarkable, measurable results. It's also worth noting that we continue to become recognized as a national leader in this violence reduction space. Switching gears back to other topics, it's worth noting that our behavioral health differential response program in our 911 center continues to be one of the city's most innovative successes, with clinicians now handling more than 4,500 calls annually and resolving approximately 81% of their routed calls without requiring any patrol officer response. Our innovation doesn't stop there. This year we implemented our real-time information center, and it's providing law enforcement with additional tools to protect our community even more efficiently. The center uses technology to help officers make faster, smarter, and safer decisions for our community. There are many other ways that we're protecting our community, but let me highlight just a few from this past year. First, I would like to express deep gratitude to BPD and the many law enforcement partners that came together so quickly to address the Chase Bank hostage situation. It was a very volatile situation that could have gone a different direction, and it didn't. We also want to thank our downtown businesses and the Kern County Superintendent of Schools for grace and collaboration throughout that event. And our officers exhibited incredible valor and consummate professionalism in that challenging issue. Federal agencies that visited us were super complimentary of the outstanding men and women of our police department, and we're just thankful that the hostages were able to return home to their families. Success stories also extend to our park ranger program. Our park rangers picked up a 911 call for a missing child near one of our parks along the Kern River Parkway Trail. The rangers jumped into action. They found the child wading into the river and quickly recovered the child from a potentially fatal scenario and reunited that child with their family. In another instance, an autistic child wandered away from their family while visiting the park. Again, the rangers picked up that 911 call, quickly deployed, and they found the child several miles down the Kern River Parkway Trail and successfully reunited that child with their family. I'm also pleased to share that we continue to expand our school resource officer program into more schools. Our community vitality team, focused on quality of life, continues to address response times faster and faster. They were actually recognized with a Kern COG Award this year. And I can't miss the opportunity to give one more thank you to Chief Greg Terry, who retired earlier this year. Let's give Chief Terry a Transitions in leadership, though, can be challenging, but they also can create opportunities. And Chief Brent Stratton is the kind of person who loves both challenges and opportunities. So let's watch a short video introducing our new Chief of Police and his priorities for protecting our community.
I'm Brent Stratton, Police Chief, Bakersfield Police Department. Bakersfield is it's my hometown. I'm born and raised here. It's where my wife and I have chosen to raise our family, where we're gonna stay. There's amazing people here with amazing opportunities. I hope that most people, when they get to meet me, they know everything they need to know about me. I'm pretty transparent. I love people. I care about their problems. And when it intersects with the Bakersfield Police Department, I want to do everything that I can to solve their problems and to make their lives a little bit better. I want to represent the Bakersfield Police Department well in all that I do. And oftentimes the Bakersfield Police Department represents the city of Bakersfield. And so I want to be a good representative of that. My expectation of the officers is that they're hard-nosed crime fighters, and that they're looking for those who are committing crimes, and that they're working to intervene on that. Whether they're dealing with suspects or victims, I expect that they're able to do that with respect. Accountability is a multi-directional word for me. I believe that while those that may report to me are accountable to me, I'm also accountable to them. I'm accountable for outcomes. It starts with recognizing that, and the integrity is just working to do the right thing. When it comes to life or death, life-threatening emergencies, the Bakersfield Police Department has and will continue to be there in a timely manner. That's something we do well. When it's a property crime and the suspect has fled, we have a lot of room for improvement. I can only imagine how frustrating that is for our business owners to come in and have a business that's been broken into or a window that's been broken and to wait for hours for a police officer to show up. That's an area we can work to improve. I want them to know that the Bakersfield Police Department is comprised of men and women who are dedicated to helping them solve their problems, to making this city better. It's something I would have underestimated a couple of years ago. I never had given thought to the police department's role in business, in helping business grow and thrive. But as I've met with more business owners, I see a direct correlation between the work that the police department is called to do, the outcomes that we can try to provide, and the success of business. And I'm under no illusions that the Bakersfield Police Department is going to be able to solve every problem that's out there, but I know that from a collaborative standpoint that the answers are out there, and oftentimes those answers come through the business community, being able to collectively and collaboratively work together to solve the problems that are facing our community. The challenges that we have now are new. We have to evolve, we have to adapt, we have to keep working to meet the challenges that we're facing today and that we're going to be facing in our immediate future. People also look at our department as a place where we've been able to apply a model of gun violence reduction strategies, where we're using evidence to inform where we're going and the work that we're doing. Work that can be done collaboratively with community-based organizations, with the business community, with public safety, to really solve big problems that we're facing, especially as it relates to the criminal element of the homeless. We're going to continue to make it an even better city, and I know that it's going to be recognized as a model police department and a model city moving forward. We're building it together and we're protecting it together.
Chief's trying to keep his head down up here, but we love you, Chief Stratton, and we look forward to your vision and to your service and all you give to this community. Before I conclude on the topic of public safety, let me just reiterate some of what I shared last year. The city has increased our capacity to enforce the law. However, accountability systems for criminal justice, mental health, drug abuse continue to lag behind our ability to enforce. We simply will not make progress on quality of life crimes without more accountability. We remain committed to creating real solutions. Council members Smith and Bashir Tash have led a jail bed task force over this past year as one example. And we're close to at least one solution that will provide some real relief. We've put city funds on the table to make sure that it happens. But we need more than one additional tool, and we need our county agencies to not only be part of the solution, but to demonstrate leadership in this, their space for addressing this most critical aspect of public safety. Now, switching gears. Another important way to protect our community is to protect quality of life and protect what we've built together. So let's start with road infrastructure as quality of life. Centennial Corridor continues to be an incredible asset. People are moving faster than they ever have across town. There are two movements to that interchange that still need to be finished. The good news is that we now have full funding for both of those movements, and the first movement is under construction. Sorry for some of the headaches that you have from that, but you'll thank us later. And in this next year, travelers heading eastbound from the west side of town will be able to get onto North 99 from that interchange. And then the following, we'll take that. Maybe even better, the following year, travelers heading southbound on 99 will be able to get right on to westbound 58 directly from 99 and head west into the city. So a big thank yous to our trip partners, KernCog, Caltrans, California Transportation Commission, and Congressman Fong for supporting our funding requests for these critical projects. These are tens of millions of dollars of projects, and we even have earmark funding to beautify that interchange there and help with our landscaping. We also continue lots of paving work throughout town. We're investing heavily in our local roads. You've seen large projects already on Stockdale Highway, California Avenue, and we have several more large projects coming soon. The Truxton Extension, Panama Lane, Callaway, Hageman, and we hope many roads near you that you care about. We also continue to build out our network of multi-use trails that connect into the Kern River Parkway Trail. A majority of the 6-mile Bryant-Kern Canal multi-use path is now open, and the final section is anticipated to be completed in early 2027. Complete streets are also an important aspect of infrastructure. We have a Complete Streets project on 18th and 19th downtown that's underway, and grant funding has been acquired to do even bigger projects on H Street and Chester Avenue. Downtown revitalization continues to be really important, and we've made improvements along Chester Avenue, Wall Street, and there's 2 large facade improvement grants that are under construction in East Chester. We've also continued to make improvements in the Arena and Convention Center. The most notable project among those this last year was our new modern pedestrian level marquee that you probably saw as you came in. We got out of the 80s, we're into the 21st century. Downtown is now experiencing the benefits of years of policy and infrastructure investments that needed to happen to create that synergy for projects to come to life. That momentum is exciting, and it's leading to more and more improvements, some of which will be highlighted even greater detail by Mayor Go today. The City Council's also invested heavily in school traffic safety. Traffic calming projects have been installed at Jefferson and Roosevelt Elementary Schools. Safety striping was completed near Chipman Elementary. And then the Stone Creek Loop, which is a bicycle and pedestrian project that touches 4 school sites and connects another 5 school sites to safe routes in South Bakersfield, is now under construction, putting 2 years of vision into reality. Monitor Street, another important Complete Streets project, has received earmarks totaling $5 million to construct safety improvements for 9 different schools along that important corridor. Lots more work remains for school traffic safety, but we've had successful projects that we can build on. And then we've also continued to invest quality of life in our parks. We had huge investments in our parks for the last 5 years, but we're continuing that progress. Mesa Marin Phase 2 construction is nearly complete. That's going to give us 4 more softball diamonds, make us much more competitive for large tournament events. Anton Giovanni Park in Ward 7 has been fully designed with construction beginning this coming month. Wilson Park had a really cool renovation this year where we now have an all-access playground. What that means is that it's accessible for children with disabilities and has highlights that are focused and friendly for children with autism. Families have been loving this new park. And the city also continues to pursue continuous water flows in our Kern River. And this year actually marks the 50th anniversary of the wisdom of city leaders to buy the water rights to Kern River. Jastrow, sure, we'll take that one. Jastrow Park Stage was renovated this last year, and it's bringing significant new programming. We're having concerts in the park again, lots of activities. Our mobile recreation teams have been active again this summer, taking programming into disadvantaged neighborhoods and bringing people into our parks. Our parks have never been more active, and we love it. And lastly, we continue to invest in our urban tree canopy with more than 1,200 trees planted this year and more than $500,000 of tree planting funds for next year. Let's applaud all that infrastructure. Switching gears again, we've been fortunate to catch up on that capital needs, but we can't forget about the value of improving the capacity of the city organization to govern and bring innovative solutions. So over these recent years, it's been a season of innovation. We've been able to pursue industry best practices, advancements in technology, addressed new programs for our biggest priority issues. We've becoming a more efficient organization, adopting lean process improvement principles, working on an internal performance audit program and a performance management program. It's about making us better to serve our community better. And we've been able to tackle huge initiatives all at the same time that frankly, I wasn't sure how we were gonna pull off trying to do it all in parallel. Things like our replacement of a regional public safety radio system, $27 million project. Replacement of our 30-year-old enterprise software system, $21 million project. We've created a rainy day reserve, $60 million in the bank set aside for that true emergency that may come. We also have a pension stabilization trust, $9 million in the bank. We've established an affordable housing trust fund, putting $10 million to have more than 1,000 affordable housing units in the pipeline. We've created a community land trust, one of only a few in the state, leveraging $6 million of federal funding to create permanent housing units for generations of first-time home buyers to come. We've created an Office of Violence Intervention and Prevention, a Clean Cities initiative, a marketing and communications team, our community vitality team. We've adopted important ordinances, complete streets, tobacco retail license, short-term rentals, animal welfare. I know I'm going fast because I don't want to bore you, but just to point out, we've been innovating, and dare I point out as well that we've brought important things like our park, traffic, water, and sewer fees in line with actual costs of those systems. We've been bold enough to take on the tough topics, deferred for years, and make things happen. I'd like an applause for that. Just quickly as well, it's been a season of collaboration. Collaboration is good governance. You get more done working together. We've opened our doors to new partnerships, multiplied our efforts by sharing resources. Some of our accomplishments wouldn't have been possible without those new partners, and we plan to protect partnerships that we've built. Partnerships like the Better Bakersfield and Boundless Kern Regional Economic Development Strategy, our entrepreneurship programs with the Launchpad and Bakersfield College and the district and its partners, Kern Coalition, the Homeless Collaborative, our Martin Luther King Neighborhood TCC project, our Prosperity Neighborhoods Initiative, Kern Community First, Corazon Latino, and many more. We want to partner, and we don't just want to fight over the crumbs under the table. We want to go and bake bigger pies. Now, for the final chapter of my remarks, let's shift to how do we protect our future? With so much progress we've built together, we have to plan to protect that progress. I enjoy highlighting good things happening in the city, but let me level with you about the state that our city is in. Last year I told you we had realities of our growing pains of becoming a metropolitan community. I reminded you of the many years of underinvestment we've had, that recent years have improved our infrastructure, created capacity, reset our baseline, but I pointed out that increases in our revenues are not keeping up with the inflationary growth in our expenses. The problem is not our programs under the new measure and tax dollars. Those programs are fully funded. It's the traditional general fund that continues to lag. The buying power of the city of Bakersfield has been eroding for years. Our general fund, that core tax base, is not big enough to meet the needs of our growing community. In fact, as some comparisons to consider, peer cities have much larger budgets, between $2.6 billion and even a $1 billion budget for two cities smaller than Bakersfield. Our city budget per capita remains one of the lowest of large cities in California. Now, I'm not talking about raising taxes. Let me be clear. I'm talking about growing our job base to increase the wealth in the local economy to better serve our community. So our general fund is not sized to meet our needs. We need to continue to grow that. And the good news is people want to be in Bakersfield. Thankfully, they're coming here, they're staying here, they want to live here. Our population is now 419,000 people, 8,000 less than Oakland, California. We continue to be one of the fastest growing large cities in the state. But that also means more demands for city services. That measure and tax has been a huge help. It's allowed us to innovate, be strategic, invest in high priorities, address public safety, catch up. It's increased quality of life and helped us maintain quality of life, but Measure N can't do it all alone. Our tax base still has structural issues, and it's not just about controlling spending. Budgets have been tight the last 2 years, so we've made reductions. We've found efficiencies, we've reduced some staffing. We know how to balance a budget and even do that without touching the rainy day reserves, but the future is more about creating sustainable revenue increases that support responsible, efficient delivery of services that are priorities for this community. So what's the fix? What do we do about it? Last year, I told you we needed to grow our economy. We do, but let me pinpoint that more specifically and what we can do about it. From this chart, and I apologize, it's very small, but what you can see that column that bumped up, that's our business and industry tax. It's the second smallest segment of our sales tax. This number needs to double or triple for a community of our size. As members of the Chamber of Commerce, you are at the heart of that solution. The city can facilitate, incentivize, and sometimes we just need to get out of your way. But ultimately, progress belongs to all of us, and so does the responsibility to protect it. So we need to build stronger public resource base with quality jobs that bring in more of that business and industry tax. We have strong housing and service industries. Historically, we've had a strong resource industry in Kern County, but the city needs additional targeted industry clusters to build up those jobs. Tradable sectors that export goods from our county and bring capital and resources back into our county. So what we've done, we've reorganized our economic development efforts to create a hyper focus on job growth in these tradable sectors. We're putting ourselves out there by going to regional, state, and national trade missions, recruiting efforts. We're investing in the B3K regional strategy. We're leveraging partnerships with our educational institutions and private sector and public sector partners. And specifically, we're focusing on creating development sites that are ready for large industrial and advanced manufacturing projects in our community. Also, we haven't stopped our journey to becoming the most business-friendly city in California. That's what we want to be. We needed to lay a strong foundation in this last year, but our permit streamlining efforts remain active. This last year, we completed our electronic permitting system implementation. We completed our one-stop shop for permitting. We also implemented instant permitting for high-volume standard permit types. We have zoning updates that have been completed. A new development-friendly habitat conservation program is coming soon, and general plan updates are nearly complete. We've been working with a developer stakeholder group to go through these types of issues, and the City Council created an ad hoc committee on this topic. So this fall, we're going to be ready to tackle permit process improvements and streamline our permit timelining to be even faster and more predictable and more friendly for you, our partners. So we'll do our part to make it easier for you to do your part. Ultimately, public safety, infrastructure, quality of life, those are critical for economic development, and we need economic development to lead to quality of life. So to protect our future, we need to come together in building up our job base and growing our economy. Thankfully, Mayor Go is going to be able to share some exciting examples of economic development wins today. There's good wins, and many more are coming, but we need many, many more beyond that to really grow our job base. We need an all-hands-on-deck approach to creating these new jobs in existing and new industries, jobs that are going to build that tax base. So I have two invitations for you. I encourage you to get even more involved. You're here because you're involved, but be more involved in the Chamber, KDC, B3K, or other community efforts that build up our city. Be willing to bet on Bakersfield. Invest time and capital in our community. But more importantly, the second challenge is be ambassadors for the Bakersfield brand. Let's hype our community up, not tear it down. Let's get a clap there. We are our own brand managers, and that positive dialogue about a community can create its own buzz. But then when you complement that with the ability to get stuff done, get big projects done, people are going to keep asking, man, what's going on in Bakersfield? I want to be part of that. It's already started, the needle's moving, and we're on the precipice of major capital investments in our community. Let's get ready and let's make it happen. The future of Bakersfield for me is bright. We own our own destiny, and we can continue to protect what we've built together and make an even better tomorrow. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Christian, staff, and City Council colleagues for your efforts to amplify the sound of something better. Greater Bakersfield Chamber, thank you so much for building a better Bakersfield. Today, I had the privilege of highlighting how we're building and protecting our future together. Let's start with an elephant in the room, California's challenge of our time, homelessness. As we've noted in the past, our state has 12% of the nation's total population, but 50% of the nation's unsheltered homeless. There is a systemic issue in our state that's leading to more people entering homelessness than cities have the capacity to address. In California, for every one person exiting homelessness, nearly 3 people enter homelessness. California's homeless crisis is not without a cause. It's driven by mental health challenges, substance abuse, lack of affordable housing, but we together remain determined to tackle this complex problem. In May, the Bakersfield-Kern Regional Homeless Collaborative released the county-wide results from the 2026 point-in-time count, which showed a 3.2 increase in homelessness for Kern County from 2025 to 2026. But let's look at the pit count data specific to Bakersfield. From 2025 to 2026, total homelessness in Bakersfield decreased by 3%. Unsheltered homelessness, that's individuals living on the streets, decreased by 7%. And over the past 2 years, the city of Bakersfield has seen a 16% decrease in unsheltered homelessness. There are approximately 200 fewer people living on the city streets compared to 2 years ago. For the second year in a row, we've seen more persons inside shelters than on our street. But still, there are too many people living on our streets. Homeless remains a serious challenge, but the sharp increases seen in previous years have slowed. Expanded shelters and outreach teams have created more opportunities to connect people to services. So tonight, 780 people will be sleeping at the Brundage Lane Navigation Center, the Mission at Kern County, the Open Door Network. These shelters remain consistently full. Others will find shelters in our Kern County's M Street Navigation Center. Next March, construction will be completed at the Open Door Network's new expanded campus. So 350 beds will open for women and children. Yeah. Those beds are super important. While shelter beds are needed to take homeless persons off the streets, they serve as a transitional point. Services and programs at our shelters give individuals the opportunity to get back on their feet and break the cycle of homelessness. That's what we're after. During the past year, more than 270 individuals living inside our shelters have gained skills for employment through hands-on workforce development. At the Brundage Lane Navigation Center, 10 individuals completed the culinary arts training program, preparing them for jobs in the culinary and hospitality industries. At the Mission at Kern, 150 individuals participated in hands-on workforce development. Hear this, additionally, 144 have obtained jobs. 35 completed, 35 completed a 12-month addiction recovery. This is just in the last year, and 90% who complete that addiction recovery program obtain jobs. In addition to supporting shelter beds, the city also has partnered with the Open Door Network to fund 100 crew members to gain hands-on experience and keep our city clean. Clean City Crews have serviced more than 11,000 locations, and you can see all of that stuff that they've picked up. That's a lot of stuff. Adopt a Highway Crews have cleared more than 40,000 bags of trash along our freeways, and the Open Door Network's Water Basin Crews have cleaned over 200 water basins and sumps. These are practical hands-on experience for homeless individuals. While at our shelter, individuals also are advancing in their education. The CityServe Educational Collaborative provides a fast-track program that helps individuals transition into the workforce or into higher education. The collaborative is a partner between CityServe, Bakersfield College, Project Higher Up, Bank of America, and nonprofits. And this past year, 132 individuals completed the program that includes office skills, vocational training, financial literacy. It was so wonderful to see them cross their stage, to see the families, how proud they were. Mom and dad or somebody in my family actually completed a program. Since last July, 731 individuals have moved from the 3 shelters into permanent supportive housing. 92 to 98% remain housed 1 year later. Flood Ministries works with our city. Yeah, that's a really good stat. Flood Ministries works with our city and our community partners to connect homeless individuals to shelter services. Often, it takes many conversations. It could be Flood's 10th or 15th conversation with that individual when he's finally ready to accept services and go to a shelter. That's why Flood remains relentless. Since last July, Flood has responded to more than 10,000 community referrals. Flood has placed the majority of people that they have seen that are in our shelters right now inside. It's through their good work, all working together with you. Our community vitality team triages 900 to 1,300 calls for homeless-related services from you each month. Your calls, your app reports this past year have resulted in action. Look at the slides and you can see lots of action there. Give it up for that. And thank you for reporting, and please continue to report. We know there's still much work to be done to address the complexity of homelessness. The impacts you're experiencing are unacceptable. We must find solutions for those. We must continue to address the systemic inflow in California and the drivers of homelessness, mental health, substance abuse, the lack of portable housing. Some individuals might need to be compelled into treatment because it's going to be better for them, it's going to be better for our community. With our partners, we're committed to getting more people off the streets, connected to services, and fulfilling their dreams. Andrew Munoz was just 12 years old when he was a resident of the Bakersfield Homeless Center, now known as the Open Door Network. He dreamed at that age of becoming an aerospace engineer. This is while he was at the shelter. And last month, Anthony graduated from CSU Long Beach. While pursuing his education, Anthony held a position as a propulsion technician with SpaceX. Congratulations, Anthony. Anthony, you've broken the cycle while fulfilling your dreams, and we just hope to see so many more Anthonys. We want Bakersfield. We want your voice to be heard. So the City of Bakersfield is a key member of state and federal advocacy organizations, including California's Big City Mayors, Cal City's Board of Directors, going there tonight, U.S. Mayors and CEOs for Housing Investment, U.S. Conference of Mayors, I'm on the advisory board. City staff and I actively participate in these coalitions to give you a voice. We want Bakersfield's voice out there. We bring your issues, we bring your priorities to the forefront, including protection of our local industries. Over the last year, we fought to oppose state mandates, support measures that strengthen local emergency responses, and sought very, very practical tools to address our housing and homelessness crisis. The focus of our Big City Mayors Coalition this last year has been to accelerate housing production, improve the efficiency of state and local government, and push back against Sacramento's unfunded mandates. This year alone, we've supported legislation that's provided tax incentive for housing development and gives cities the tools to speed up the development process. We want you to speed up your process. Time is money for you. By pushing back on unfunded mandates and unnecessary bureaucracies, we're ensuring that precious staff time is spent serving you, delivering results, not local government bloat or state government bloat. Thanks to our district attorney's office, Kern County's implementation of Proposition 36 is making our community safer. Since Prop 36 took effect, our DA's office has filed more than 3,000 felony cases against persons who, prior to this law passing, would have received a misdemeanor citation and promises to appear. Thank you, District Attorney. The City of Bakersfield joined Cal Cities this year in making a concerted effort to ensure state legislation enhances Bakersfield's capacity to deliver services without imposing those unfunded mandates that I've mentioned a few times and reducing our economy. We want local control. In June, mayors from the mayors and CEOs for U.S. housing investment met in Long Beach. The organization is the first and largest bipartisan coalition of cities and business leaders focused on housing and homelessness. So we're actually bringing you all, business leaders, together with government. Why not? You have the solutions often. We've been advocating for the bipartisan's 21st Century Road to Housing bill, which tackles the national affordable housing crisis. It increases our housing supply, cuts federal red tape, and reforms government housing programs. This bill became law last week. Additionally, this year, staff and I met and worked closely with Congressman Valadeo, Congressman Fong, to bring home our tax dollars through the appropriations process. Thank you to our congressman for providing more than $6.4 million for key infrastructure and public safety projects in Bakersfield this year. Congressman, we're just so appreciative that you have brought that money home. Bakersfield is growing. Bakersfield is growing, and we need to match that momentum with housing construction. Over the last year, 88 units of affordable rental housing were completed. Another 252 units are expected to be open by the end of 2027. But we aren't just investing in affordable places to rent. We're investing in affordable places to own. 50 additional units of home ownership housing are under construction. These pave the way for our local families to realize and access the American dream. Bolt House Properties is bringing the largest multifamily development in Kern County's history with more than 500 gated apartment homes. The first phase, Park Center at Seven Oaks, will open this fall. John Balfant's home will introduce the first single-family gated homes in Westbridge, Seven Oaks, with 1,500 home sites. Construction for those models will start late in the fall. And as Seven Oaks grows, so will that trail system. A new pedestrian bridge will connect both Belcourt with Westbridge. Bolt House is also bringing an Ace Hardware to Southwest Bakersfield for all of you hardware junkies. The store is now under construction at Mustang Square, and gardeners, you're getting 3,000 square foot garden center when the store opens this winter. Crossroads Plaza by Castle & Cook is bringing something big to Southwest Bakersfield. Bakersfield's first Super Target opened there in March. By the end of this year and through the end of 2027, the first phase will open with a mix of new to Bakersfield brands and some sought-after favorites. Phase 1 will introduce more than 15 unique tenants, including a Burlington, a beloved Italian restaurant, home decor shopping, and fashion for the entire family. Southwest Bakersfield keeps growing, and now Southeast Bakersfield is growing as well. The city has prepared the way for growth in the Southeast with sewer infrastructure along South Martin Luther King Boulevard. And now Pacificus 4 companies, Sunrise Global, and the Mora partners can develop the new communities of Del Oro with 6,000 units. Construction for the first 152 units will begin the first half of next year. Downtown Bakersfield has been growing, and it's about to grow even more. Back over there, Sage Equities is bringing 125 more apartment units to downtown, adding 133 units already open. East Bank's flats will open September 2027, Clio, December 2027, and breaking news, you've seen this coming this way, Greyhound Flats at the corner of 18th and F will anchor a new western gateway, a new gateway to downtown with 42 units opening early 2028. Our city is opening its arms to the vibrant cultural and recreational amenities. And this past year, we welcomed the return of Latin Nation featuring regional Latino art, a street festival, and live music. Yes, thank you, Arts Council of Kern, for re-envisioning Latin Nation and championing local arts. It's going to be even better, Latin Nation 13. Congratulations to Kern Dance Alliance on being named 2025 America's Outstanding Dance Education Organization of the Year. That's America's. Yeah, they're great. Bakersfield, are you ready to be immersed in a living sensory journey with Bakersfield Sound, world-renowned artists, and cutting-edge creators? A groundbreaking state-of-the-art attraction is coming to downtown Bakersfield. East Chester will be the home of a massive, cutting-edge, visual and interactive arts campus. Imagine world-class, immersive technology, live performances, and culinary and visual arts all thriving here in Bakersfield. We're already deep into the planning stages to make this global destination a reality. It's coming right here. As we continue to grow, the city and our community partners are strategically developing the talent and skills for the job our regions need. We're growing entrepreneurs, and our entrepreneurs are growing jobs. The city continued our partnership with Bakersfield College's Launchpad for the Entrepreneurship Grant. Over the past year, we awarded more than $400,000 to 84 local small businesses. The funding helped launch or support 254 start-up businesses, create 330 jobs, and directly inject cash into Bakersfield's small business economy. Kern County has a critical shortage of healthcare providers, so we're growing our own. All local health systems are working in collaboration with Kern County Superintendent of Schools, CSUB, Kern Community College District in a collective, we're all working together, collective effort to train and place more than 300 nurses annually in our community. Yeah, that's great. And just a couple of hours ago at 10:30, we received wonderful news this morning. Bakersfield Memorial Hospital has now received a Magnet Designation Award. The Magnet Designation is the highest global honor for nursing excellence. It's awarded to less than 10% of the hospitals in the country, the highest designation. Congratulations, Bakersfield Memorial. We are so fortunate to have all of our wonderful hospitals. You heard Adventist Health's recognition, Bakersfield Memorial. We're all working together. Bakersfield Memorial has teamed up with Bakersfield College to create the Kern AUCC Health Scholars Pathway. This is a first-of-its-kind pathway with Atlanta University Center and Morehouse School of Medicine. It's a streamlined, affordable pipeline for local students to pursue medical careers. The pathway allows students to complete their foundational studies locally, attend medical school in Atlanta, and return to Bakersfield Memorial Hospital for their medical residency. The local residency program will serve as both a healthcare workforce solution and a significant driver of regional economic activity. From 2025 to 2030, the program anticipates generating over $454 million in economic impact when the multiplier effects are included. We welcome those dollars. Kern Medical has also established a pathway program with Bakersfield College, CSUB, and University of Western Health Sciences. The goal is to train and retain more physicians from the Central Valley who will stay in our community as working physicians. Kern Medical accepts more than 60 college students as research associates to prepare them for medical school. On to Adventist Health. Adventist Health is now training 76 residents in Central Valley, including 8 here in Bakersfield. And through their Launch Workforce Development Program, Adventist Health is inspiring the next generation of leaders, bringing dozens of college, high school students to the local hospitals to get hands-on experience right here. And through the partnerships with Taft College, Bakersfield College, CSUB, Adventist Health trained and hired 60 student nurses over the last year. That's wonderful. The Bakersfield Youth Jobs Program has hired more than 400 youth who've provided more than 140,000 public service hours to the city of Bakersfield. Our apprenticeship program continues to provide youth with hands-on trade experience in HVAC, electrical work, and automotive repair. Thank you to our program administrator, Kern Community Foundation, for inspiring a new generation of community and public servants. As the energy leader of California, we look forward to CSUB's Energy Innovation Building, which will serve as the nexus for energy research, STEM education, and community and industry collaboration. It's coming. Completion is expected in fall of 2027. As we look into the future, our commitment to you is simple. Support the industries that have powered our economy, foster a pro-business climate, bring jobs to Bakersfield, and embrace new and future technologies. We don't have to choose between our roots and our progress. We, Bakersfield, can lead with both. Last year, California Dairies, our nation's second largest dairy co-op, opened its state-of-the-art bottling facility right here in Bakersfield. The plant processes raw milk from local dairies into extended shelf life products. It's one of the most technologically advanced bottling plants in the world. And with the growing worldwide demand for extended shelf life products, this investment is going to bring much opportunity to our community. California Dairies already exports to 7 countries in East Asia and supplies major retailers. But California Dairies is preparing to meet its goal of tripling its $250 million investment in this facility. That means even more jobs and more revenue for Bakersfield. Bakersfield has also caught the eye of new and emerging healthcare companies. Developing a new drug can cost more than $2 billion and take 10 to 15 years, but technological advancements can greatly reduce costs and expedite the process. That's what BIOS Health, a United Kingdom-based medical trial and testing group, has brought to Bakersfield. BIOS has chosen to launch a state-of-the-art precision medicine center Chordata Dynamics right here in Bakersfield. We recently heard about that launch, and this venture will create new treatments and develop better medicines much more rapidly. This positions our region at the forefront of health and medical research. Kern County's University, Dr. Harper, CSUB, will train nurses to administer the cutting-edge medical tests. The envisioned potential of this BIOS Chordata investment is staggering. We have opportunities to bring global investors to Bakersfield and to expand commerce internationally. And as we look into the future, the city continues to tell our story to highlight why we are a great place to invest and build business. We know, though, this comes down to relationships. And so over the past year, staff and I have met with consuls, with officials from China, Canada, Mexico, South Korea, Qatar, Australia, and the United Kingdom. We're continuing to foster these relationships to attract businesses and grow opportunities for local businesses to serve new markets. You can't have a strong economy without creating new jobs, and we've got exciting news on the horizon. I can't say who it is yet, but within the next year, Bakersfield will announce the largest job-generating project our city has seen in a generation. Get ready, it's going to be a game changer. Over the past year, our chambers and downtown business association have celebrated more than 70 grand openings for both large and small businesses that drive our economy. Downtown Story continues to add new chapters with entrepreneurs, investors, and businesses building community which celebrates our rich heritage. At 19th and K, we're now savoring the popular mid-century American flavors of the Woolworths counter. The much-anticipated Moo's Scratch Kitchen is packed. It's packed every day with guests enjoying the handcrafted comfort foods. The half block of 19th and L is being transformed with contemporary facade and amenities that are one of a kind in Bakersfield. The Corner Suite will debut the first storefront home of artisan sourdough bakery and coffee roaster El Molino. The 19th Street side of the building will be home to the Grit Valley Climbing, Bakersfield's first bouldering-only rock climbing gym. Locally owned Chef Lino will be soon adding his bold and creative flavors to our downtown restaurant scene with taps and tapas at 18th and Q. And guess what? Monday is a soft opening. Stop by. Well, look forward to seeing you there. East Bakersfield, you are getting shopping, you are getting restaurants, you are getting an upscale grocery store. Look at what City Lights is bringing to us at the former East Hills Mall. Here we go. can't share it, but there is definitely more. Today, we've celebrated the progress that belongs to all of us in this room. Results when the hardworking people of Bakersfield collaborate to build our community. There's more work to be done. Let's continue to build and protect Bakersfield with intentionality, with optimism, with unity. We declare again that Bakersfield will be sought out as a center of creative solutions and innovation. And as we celebrate our country's 250th anniversary, let's unite with our diverse strengths, with talents, with our experiences to build an even better Bakersfield and write our future story. Bakersfield's best days are still ahead, and I believe that greater things are yet to come in our city. God bless you all.
Well, raise your hand if you're a little excited about being in Bakersfield. Yeah. Let's thank again our city manager, Christian Clegg, and Mayor Karen Go for their presentations. This event is made possible thanks to our sponsors. So once again, I want to thank our presenting sponsor, Adventist Health, our gold sponsors, Chevron, Dignity Health, Mercy Memorial Hospitals. Silver sponsors, Arc Technology, Ortiz Melby Architects, and Valley Strong. And our bronze sponsors, AES, EECU, HydroStore, and Mission Bank. Now, I know all of you opened the program and have read through it, and I'm just curious, I'm going to take a poll. How many are a past Leadership Bakersfield alum? Yes, okay, so we will be celebrating 40 years next year, and we're going to invite you to a reunion. Please connect with our QR code and reach out to our team. We would love to welcome you and continue to move that program forward. Again, on behalf of the Greater Bakersfield Chamber, we want to thank you for being here, our chamber members. I want to give a special shout out to our team lead, Savannah Adams, who made this member experience so wonderful. She tells me that you're welcome to take the flowers when you leave. I'll leave that up to you from your table friends. And for all the visuals, the slides, the mastermind, the superpower behind PowerPoint, Joel Paramo, let's give him a round of applause. I just want to thank you all for being a part of State of the City 2026. We'll see you next time. Thank you.